Okay, now in my studio, it says that I've actually gone live. I'm just going to go over to YouTube and make sure that I am live. So let's go here. And whilst that's loading, it looks like I'm live. So this is the beginning of the show. So let's just get underway. I mean, I am in the studio here. Let me just turn this on. Okay, I've stopped it playing. All good. So now I'm live. I know how I've got a microphone working. These are things you've got to sort out when you're broadcasting. And the only way to do it is to actually go live. I'm going to be talking about that. Now, this topic today is gaining confidence on camera. And this is something which, well, it takes work. It takes work. And the more broadcasts you do, the more confidence you get. So that you can go, because when most people start on screen, they look like this. Okay, where they're just part of the surroundings. I now make sure that I am front and center stage, and I look at the camera and make sure that people can actually feel my presence, because I've got to try and come out the screen and interact with people. And if you're watching live on YouTube, please do say hello, and that would be a good start. Now, what I've done today is hopefully down here, I've got gaining confidence on camera from OneStream Live. I'm doing the introduction at the moment. Then we're going to go through these topics. Know your material, practice, mind your body language, authenticity, preparation, a technical setup, keeping broadcasting, and relaxation techniques. Now, my relaxation technique is probably not yours. We all have different ones. We're going to talk about those as this broadcast progresses. And just a note, just bring this on screen again. I can go down here, and I can do that. Then please do ask, okay? Because this broadcast is about you, okay? I'm here to help and guide you. And if you've got questions, please post them whilst I'm live. Or if you're watching the replay, this show will be replayed at 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. today, because this is OneStream, and it means that I can replay the show tonight simply by setting up a schedule. That's it, which is one of the beauties of the OneStream system. We'll discover more features later, but it's one that I like, to be able to take this live broadcast and to repurpose it to up to 45 different destinations once the show is over. So as an introduction, I just go here and go here, go side by side. Okay, the introduction, the beginning. Many people, well, first of all, if you do decide to go live, then that's a time for celebration, because many people just don't. There are more people who don't broadcast than do broadcast, which means there are great opportunities in live broadcasting, and that's why we should do it. I've just got a tab opening, and I'm not sure what the tab is and why it should be open at this time. Okay, I've got a rogue tab. Okay, let's ignore that and carry on with the show. If you are going to broadcast, you are broadcasting, more kudos to you, because it is not the easiest of things to do. And you do need to build your confidence over time. The first, I've got to tell you a story. Okay, I'm an Amazon Live broadcaster, and I broadcast live on Amazon every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. in the UK. And I've done it regularly now since August 2021. But I want to tell you the story of my first Amazon Live broadcast. I was invited by Marco Novo, a good friend of mine from Portugal, and he said, "You'd be great on Amazon Live. Come over, find out what it's all about, and just go live on Amazon Live." And I thought, yeah, why not? Okay, so it took a couple of months to actually summon up the courage. And then I set everything up, tested it out, and I went live on Amazon Live. 5 minutes later, my broadcast had finished. I went live without a plan. I went live and I was like a rabbit in the headlights because it suddenly hit me. I'm broadcasting live on the world's third largest website. And panic set in. This is true. And I just pushed the stop button within 5 minutes of starting. Totally lost the plot. And then I spoke to Marco, and this is how things work out. And this is how wonderful the live broadcasting world is. That after my 5-minute disaster, where I thought, well, should I be doing this? I went live in co-hosting a show with Marco, and we chatted quite amicably for the 90 minutes that I had to do on Amazon Live to qualify. And I want to say a big thank you to Marco for your help, because Marco is the reason I'm here today. Basically, he gave me the confidence to actually go live. So broadcasting with somebody is a great way to gain confidence, because 1, you're only talking half the time. 2, you know each other and can have a genuine conversation. And 3, it's more fun. Okay, but that's my personal point of view. So we can all have situations, because I've been broadcasting for 7 years now, and I have situations, but the last one was with the Amazon Live, where I'm on the world's third largest website. Wow. Yeah. So my confidence went, and Marco helped me get it back. And I've gone on then to do nearly 600 broadcasts Amazon Live. I'm live every weekday. So a total transformation. I'm going to take you through some of the things that I've done to actually improve my confidence live. These work because I use them. So let's bring this on screen. Okay, and I'm going to take myself off solo. Just a minute. And hopefully if I go here. Okay, so that's the introduction. And we're on to stage 2 now. I'm just going to go over to YouTube before I carry on. Okay, I want to say who's watching from Belgium. Just a minute, put my glasses on so I can read Chris's message. Chris, hello, and thank you for joining. Okay, Chris. Right, so I'm going to close that tab. I don't need to check anymore. I know I'm live. I know Chris is watching. All is good. Right, so gaining cameras on camera, item number 2. Item number 2, quite simply, is when you go live, know what you're talking about. That gives you confidence. If you've got confidence in the topic you're talking about, then that confidence comes through the camera. Okay. Now, I'm quite confident talking about live broadcasting. That's because it's what I do. Yeah. So pick a topic about which you're passionate, about which you know something. Yeah. There's nothing worse than going live and having a scant knowledge. What you should do is what I've done today is basically, if I go here, is to put yourself an agenda, put an agenda together so that you actually know that the topics you're talking about. So in this case, your introduction, know your material, practice, mind your body language, authenticity, you get the idea. So I'm actually working my way through that script topic by topic. Yeah. And I've rehearsed everything in my head first. So I've written everything down. Yeah. And then I've rehearsed the topics in my head so I know what I'm actually going to talk about in each section. And it's key that you do this, that you actually do know your material. If you ask me to talk about embroidery, it would make for a great show, but I don't know anything about embroidery. If you ask me about deep sea diving, it would make a great show, but I don't know anything about deep sea diving. Pick a topic you know about. Now, if you ask me about park run, if you ask me about running, walking, and jogging, if you ask me about Fitbits, if you ask me about Aftershocks headphones, if you ask me about gooseneck stands, in fact, anything that I can see here now, I can talk about it. Make it sure that it's a topic that you are passionate about, you have knowledge about, and want people to know. Because what you're actually doing is telling your stories about your passions. And if you're doing that, then you're up for it, because it's a message you want to get out there. It's a message you want to push. And if you know your topic, it builds your confidence. Down the road, you can talk about anything, but when you're getting started, focus on the topics that you are passionate about. Passion is everything. The ability to actually leap out the screen and talk about live broadcasting and talk about gaining confidence. Now, I do want to make an acknowledgement here. Everybody has a mentor, and my mentor in this is a lady called Lottie Hearn, and she wrote a book about camera confidence, and I have read it from cover to cover over the years. It's my go-to book in terms of improving your camera confidence. So Lottie, if you see this, I want to say a big thank you, because you've given me the confidence to do some of the things I actually do on camera right now. Because we all have mentors. Yeah. Mentoring at its simplest is watching somebody else's broadcast and being quiet. The next stage of mentoring is actually making contact with a person. Yeah. So you can build a relationship with any live broadcaster. We love to chat. I mean, that's why we go live, because we've got a story to tell and we want people to listen. And it's even better when we can interact. So that's basically point number 2. Do know what you're talking about, because if you don't, you'll get found out. And like me, a show that would supposed to last 30 minutes only lasted 5 minutes, because I wasn't in the room. Okay, so it happens to us all. Nerves are natural. I mean, before I come live, nerves are natural. You do get a little bit nervous, because that's what actually drives your talking. Yeah, you have to be a little bit nervous and accept that you're going to be. Right, point number 3, practice. This is key. This really is key. If I came in here and I talked about confidence on camera, and I just started with a blank sheet of paper and didn't write anything on it, I'd be totally lost. I have to be organized. Yeah, I have to practice. So what I do, having written the list of talking points, I actually run them in my head. So I memorize them, sort of. And then I go out. You don't need to do this, but I go out for a 5-mile walk, and I'm turning over each of the ideas and deciding what I can say, deciding on the stories that I can tell in relation to each of the points. I'm practicing. Now, the easiest way to practice is to come into your OneStream studio with your agenda and just record. People don't have to see you practicing. Yeah. Basically, you can just record and then play a recording back. And you then go and be self-critical, but not to a point, not too deep, but look at the points where you actually slowed down or you lost the thread, and concentrate on those, and then go and do another recording. Okay. That's the simplest. In your OneStream studio, hit the record button, watch the recording back, learn from what you've done, and then do it again and do it again. Don't do it again 10 times. No. What I'm saying is record it, watch it back, and then do it again. And the second time through is a breeze. The second time through, you know how the show is going to go. All right? The second time through, you've got everything is stored away and ready to go, and you're ready to talk about topics, and it fires. Now, that's broadcasting to yourself, just recording locally. But the thing is that you're going out to the big wide world, and this is where the confidence is the problem. Okay, because suddenly if you say yikes to yourself, I'm broadcasting out to hundreds of people, as I do every day now, I need basically Yeah. You're only ever broadcasting to one person, not hundreds of people. Whether you're broadcasting to one person, 10 people, 100 people, 1,000 people, your approach should be the same. The only little difference is when people actually comment and you can see the comments. Yeah. Your performance, because we are actors. We're actors on the stage. We're displaying the best of ourselves, which I'll come back to in a moment. We're telling stories and people are seeing us at our best. Yeah. So let's go over here. And this is working quite well. This is better than the previous system I had. Right now, this is the big one. This is the big idea for practicing. If you've got pen and paper, then take notes. What I did and what you could do is to create a Facebook group, a private Facebook group. Add OneStream to it and go live from OneStream into the group. Make sure that everything works. Okay. But the group needs 2 members. So invite your best friend to actually join you in the group and to watch you whilst you're live broadcasting. Nobody else can see it, just the 2 of you. And at the end of the broadcast, because they're your best friend, if you ask them for an appraisal of how you did on the live broadcast, they will tell you the truth. A friend is reacting to your presence on screen and can give you pointers as to how you can improve. Now, we can all improve. Broadcast by broadcast, we can get better. There is no such thing as a perfect broadcast. You've got the technology and then you've got us. And it's the us that we're talking about now. You can improve. I improve with every broadcast I do, hopefully, fingers crossed. And so does DJ, and so does Erica. And so does Chris. So you've got 2 people in a group. Next thing to do is invite 2 more friends into the group. So now 4 of you, and you go live again. And this time you've got 3 friends to critique what you've been doing. Yeah. And they're friends. They're here to support you. They want to see you go live in public. And they will tell you what you've done wrong and praise you for things that you've done right. That was good. I enjoyed that bit. I understood that bit. That story was good. That sort of thing. They're interacting with you in a private group. Nobody else can see it. And you're getting valuable feedback. Then invite another 4 friends in. Yeah. And repeat the process. Go live with 7 friends and get them to give you your feedback. Now, it's an interesting exercise because everybody is supportive. Everybody gives you positive feedback and tells you basically what you're doing wrong. Okay. One of the things that you could be told is that you move about too much. Okay. Now, as a broadcaster, you don't notice that, but it could be that you wave your hands a lot. You talk with your hands. All the bad habits that we can get into, they will tell you. Okay. And finally, you invite 8 friends. So you've now got 16 people in a private group. You go live, 15 friends critique your performance and give you feedback, positive and negative. What you've done is you have built a tribe. You now have 15 friends or interested in your live broadcasts and the topic you're actually talking about. At this stage, if you wish, you can invite one of your friends or 2 of your friends to actually broadcast into the group privately. If they want to practice as a thank you to them, then they can go live from your studio into the group. You'll be producing the show, but they will be the stars of the show. And that's a great way to actually say thank you to people. Now, you've done all this practice, you've rehearsed, you've told these stories, you know what you look like on camera, you know what you sound like, your friends are behind you, and you're going to go live on Facebook. And guess what? When you go live on Facebook, you will be confident and you'll have 15 people watching you. Your 15 friends will come to watch your first broadcast. And that's a great start. So the Facebook group, 1 person, 2 people, 4, 8, 16 is the quickest route to get from just recording, which is good, to actually doing it in front of a friendly live audience. Okay, next item. Okay, body language. Body language is important. If I slouch, okay, if I don't look at the camera, okay, while I'm talking, it's disconcerting because I'm not actually looking at the camera. I am now, yeah. This is basically, if we go side by side, okay, body language is important. And this is why I'm going to say this. It might be controversial, but the best time to go live is when you're in a good mood. Yeah. You're more confident when you're in a good mood. If you are having problems, then those problems will show in the broadcast. If you're thinking about something else is actually working away in your subconscious, it will show. So body language is important. There is situation. If I just go here for a moment. Okay, body language is important. First of all, there's a correct way to do this. Okay, you can broadcast like this, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's whatever you're comfortable at, yeah. But your body language. If I was bored and I was talking to you, and it came across that I was bored, doesn't work. If I was always moving my hands, doesn't work. If I was looking at something else, yeah. Worse still, if I was listening to somebody else while I was talking to you, my concentration has to be on broadcasting live to you. My body language has to say, quite simply, my body language has to say, I want to be here today. It's the only place I want to be. You've got my full concentration. It's got to be that way. If you're going to go engage people, you have to be giving out positive vibes. You don't want to be slouching. You don't want to be forever moving. You don't want to be waving your hands about. You don't want to be looking off to this. Right. Don't distract yourself. I mean, I sometimes when I'm live on Amazon, I've got an iPad at the side of me and I can distract myself and I can go over and I can be reading a message on there instead of talking to people on Amazon. This is bad practice because my body language is wrong. My body language is saying I'm more interested in what's over there. Yeah. And the thing with body language, people can sense whether you want to be here or not. And you have to be in the mood to do this. You can't do that. I've got to be honest here. I've cancelled broadcasts when I've been in the wrong mood. It's been a bad day. Yeah. Don't be afraid to. Yeah. Better not to do a broadcast than to do a broadcast that you regret. Okay, because your body language is not saying, I want to be here. I want to talk to you. I want to tell you my story. If you're not at that level, yeah, then just take a break and come back. Okay, but body language is important. And at this point, if I take myself off solo and come back to here, body language is important. If I sort of start looking elsewhere, and I'm not basically relaxed, okay, I can. But if I was uptight, if I was annoyed about something, then that would show in the broadcast. If I was upset about something, that would show in the broadcast. Now, if I was broadcasting about what I was upset about, not a problem. But if I've got something else outside the studio which is distracting me and changing my body language so that I'm just not here, then that's bad. So body language. And the better your body language, okay, if I come back to me for a moment, the better your body language, the more comfortable you are, the more confident you are. So, posture. Make sure that you're sat in a chair that you're comfortable in. Don't perch on a stool. Yeah, there isn't such thing as a broadcasting chair, but an office chair where you can sit comfortably. Okay, make sure that the monitor that you're looking, or your camera is at the right height. Make sure everything's in your favor. That's what it's all about. You don't want anything to distract you. You don't want anything to change the way you're presenting yourself on screen. Yeah, because people don't know about what goes on behind the scenes. They can only see what you're doing live on screen, and that's what counts. Okay, back to our card, and let's bring it on screen. So we've gone through the introduction. We've gone about the passion for your material, how to practice, body language, and now we come to the kicker, the big one. It's authenticity, by the way. I literally watch hundreds of broadcasts in a month, and I'm watching to see how people present themselves on screen. And there's a wide range. Yeah. I mean, if you watch the TV news, then that's one level. If you watch people on Facebook, that's a different level entirely. And you've got to try and get between the two. I mean, we cannot be television personalities, but we can have a presence and a following on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. I can't broadcast as somebody else. I'm me. Yeah. I'm not acting. The thing is, if you can watch other people broadcasting and they are perfect. They've got the script off pat. They've got the stories well rehearsed. Yeah. And it just flows, and people listen, and people comment, people get involved because of their presence on screen, because of the way that they look, and because of what they're talking about and the stories that they're telling. But they are themselves. They are being authentic, and authentic is key in live broadcasting. If you try to pretend to be somebody else, you can pull it off for a short-term thing, but you can't. If you're going to start a series of 6 shows and you start off on show 1 trying to be somebody else, it will work. But what will happen as the shows go on week by week, you'll start to become yourself because you've no choice. You can't play act forever. The only person you can be is yourself, and you have to be authentic. Now, being authentic, we said earlier that you need to be passionate about what you're talking about. And it's the passion that makes you authentic. Yeah, because you're really interested in the topic you're talking about. You want to get that across to people. You want people watching to become interested and interact and get to know you. You've got to be authentic. You've got to be yourself. Now, it comes to the fact that when you start off, you're not sure who you are on camera. Okay, there's a bit of indecision there. That's natural. And to present like this, that's natural too. If this is the way you want to present with props behind you, then people can look at the props as well as listening to you. But you are being yourself. I'm in awe of certain live broadcasters, because as soon as the go live button is clicked, they change. Yeah, they are true actors, and they don a personality which they use throughout the broadcast. Yeah, they're acting. Acting is one way to do live video, but a better way, a more consistent way, is to be yourself and be authentic. Yeah. And if you basically, people pick up on mannerisms, they'll pick up on your voice, how you look. Yeah. I mean, I've got to say that being authentic, if I was totally authentic, I would have a t-shirt and jeans on now. So that's my sort of, this is me. This is the broadcasting me, as opposed to the offline me. Clothing plays an important part, and you want to be dressed as you in your own gear. Yeah, you want to be comfortable in the clothes that you're wearing, and I'm more comfortable broadcasting live with a shirt on. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. It gives me a feeling of actually doing something special. I suppose that's the bottom end of it, really. So in order to gain confidence, just be yourself. It does make a great deal of difference when you are authentic, because people buy into you when you're yourself. You can be vulnerable, you can be shouty, you can be, really putting it out there and telling your stories and getting people to see how good you are. That's one way of doing it. Not my way, but one way of doing it. But I'm here. You're listening to me now, and this is the real me. I mean, true story. My Facebook account last weekend was cloned. Now, that's not cloned is when they take your account on Facebook, they take your name and possibly your picture, and they create a new personal profile. And then they invite people who are on your existing friends list to join the new one. And I thought, how can I do this? How can I tell people that it's the real me? So I put a post on my Facebook profile which said, I have been cloned. Facebook have been notified. If you can see this, you are connected to the real me, because I sent the post to friends only. So any people who could see the post were friends only. So I was being the authentic real me. Okay, there's no point in complaining. There's no point in banging drums. There's no point in chasing somebody down, because these people are elusive and a pain in the, but the real me. I always try to be the real me on live broadcasts, on whenever I actually interact with people as well. So be authentic. Yeah, that gives you confidence, because you're not trying to be somebody you're not. I mean, as I said, there's some brilliant broadcasts out there who you could mimic, but that's a short-term thing. Do it short-term until your confidence comes through. Okay, and let's bring this back on screen and go. Wait a minute. Okay, and there we are. So that's authenticity. Right, okay, now we're going to talk about preparation. And the preparation is key in being confident. Let's come to me so you can see me. Whenever you're going to go live, you need a situation where you've done your preparation. Yeah, you are prepared. Being prepared for me means, I'll tell you what it means for me. You've got the title of the broadcast, and just remind ourselves the title of today's broadcast, because we've not done this, go here and go here, is Gaining Confidence on Camera. That's the title of today's broadcast. I get the title first. Then what I need, I do the title first. Then what I need is a script. Okay, I need a script like this one. Okay, I've got a script. That's my bullet points. That's my script. How do I get to there? Now, if you know your topic, then you just need to think about it. But I've got to be honest here. We live in an age where things are fast changing. Now, I have started with Chat GPT and then Bard to help me create these live broadcasts. Why not? I feed in a seed and they give me the outline. And then I'll show you. I can talk about this, but I'm actually going to share screen now. So let's go to share and share screen. And I'm going to share screen, and I'm going to show you how I plan my content. Okay, and we're going to go here. And I'm going to come back into the studio, and hopefully you can see that on screen. I will put it full screen. Okay, you can still hear me. This, I'll post the link afterwards, but this was released yesterday, and it's called Llama Chat. Now, Llama Chat is your online knowledge base. So if I say to it, How do I improve my confidence? I should have spelled, just bear with me a moment. Whilst streaming. Okay, let's put a G in there and spell it correctly. Just double check before. So I'm actually asking it, okay, how do I improve my, always check it back. So the question I've asked is, how do I improve my confidence whilst I'm broadcasting? How do I improve my confidence whilst I'm broadcasting? And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to press return. What you can see there is that Llama has come up with about 20 different ways of improving your live broadcasts. Now, I did that yesterday, and I used it as a seed for my memory to actually put the topics together today. So this agenda today was created by Stephen and by Llama. Yeah, this is a joint effort. We're living in an age where the technology is just so helpful. Yeah, I could brainstorm and not come up with a list of contents. Now, because of the way I seeded the question, Llama has given me the running order of the show. I just go in and I pick out the items I will know about, that I've got knowledge about, I'm passionate about, and I can talk to them. So using AI, text AI, is a brilliant way, I think. It's free, by the way. Is a brilliant way to prepare. Because in terms of preparation, you need to have a script. To get that script, use Llama, and it gives you the bullet points that you need. Now, you can't see that properly because the text is difficult to read, but take it from me that Llama has given a precise description of the areas that you should cover if you're talking about how to gain confidence on camera. Okay, let's just go through that again. I'm going to go here and go here. And if I say, how, Smith, do I gain confidence on camera? The speed of this is astonishing. Okay, and it's coming up. It's actually got 10 points. Okay, so that's my trade secret. That is new this week. It helps you because what I do on a Tuesday morning, this show goes out Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern. On a Tuesday, what I do is I've got the topic, I've got the show card. So let's just bring the show card back in. Yeah. So I start off and I've got the show card, I've got the title, and then I've used Llama or Chat GPT or Bard to actually give me my agenda. And then with the agenda, I'm ready. Yeah. And we're on item 6 now, preparation. And the preparation is to get yourself an agenda, to get talking points. Now, what I do, having got those talking points, I then, just a minute, I can do this practically now. I put my Fitbit on. Yeah. So I've got my Fitbit. Just a minute. I need to put this into place. Okay. And the other thing you're actually learning at the moment is that when you're actually live and you're broadcasting to people, you don't need to talk about one topic all the time. You can take a breather which is what I'm doing now, and just talk about anything you like. So I got my Fitbit on, I got my headphones on, I got my mobile phone, yeah, and that's switched on, and I switched my headphones on, yeah, okay. Welcome to Aftershocks, battery high. Then I go to my phone and I go here. Just a minute. I go to Amazon Music. I pick a playlist. Okay. Now I'm playing red wine at the moment. Pick a playlist. I go out my front door and I walk 5 miles. That's what I did this morning. Yeah. I've got all the agendas in my head. I'm thinking about it. And I'm planning the stories I'm going to tell for each section of the agenda. And I'm out and about and I'm walking in the fresh air. I'm listening to beautiful, wonderful, loud rock music. I'm planning what I'm going to say in this broadcast at 10 a.m. East on Wednesday. So in terms of preparation, it's this process of getting your agenda, thinking about your agenda, and also bringing together any images that you need. Yeah. Collect all the images you need on the broadcast. If you prepare properly, then you know how the broadcast is going to go step by step. You've got it in your head. You can just go through it, and all the assets you need, be it videos, be it images, you can bring them on screen at any time. Yeah. Okay, let's bring this back on screen again. All right, preparation. So preparation, planning, just rereading or keep going through, yeah, 2 or 3 times what you're actually going to say. Make sure all the things you need are there. Now, next thing is, if I go here, the next item, if I go here, is technical setup. All right, now at its simplest, before I came live today, and the time now is 10:42, just to show that this is live. Before I came live today, I tested my camera and my microphone. Now, you can go, right, okay, this is obviously, if you've got an external camera and an external microphone, you're more confident of your on-screen presence because you've got the best picture going, you've got the best sound going. So an external camera and external microphone, from a tech point of view, help build confidence. I know, because I'm using the Blue Yeti microphone at the moment, I know that it's very difficult to actually get a better quality microphone. I'm using the Nexigo M970p camera. I know, it's a 4K camera and it's just quality. Yeah, I'm not going to go into the sales spiel that I use on Amazon Live later, but make sure you're happy with the camera and the microphone that you're using. You should have, if you used the Facebook practice group approach, you should have used them many times before you've actually got to this point. Okay, so check your equipment, make sure that it's working, make sure you're comfortable with it, make sure you're comfortable with where the microphone is situated, where the camera is situated. Okay, let's go back here. Right, okay, and back to me. So all the points we've covered so far will improve your confidence. I'll run through them again in a minute from top to bottom. But there's the best way to improve your confidence, and this is true, is to keep broadcasting. Yeah. The more broadcasts that you do, the more confident you get. The more broadcasts you do, the more confident you get. Your first broadcast anywhere is nerve-wracking, and you can use those nerves to push you through to the end of the broadcast. But just keep on. The more broadcasts you do, the more experience you get, the more used you are to seeing yourself on camera, the more interaction and feedback you get. And because people are supportive of broadcasters, I mean, the broadcasting community itself, if you join any of the Facebook groups, you'll find that everybody supports everybody else. There's no rivalry. And they help us keep broadcasting. When I say keep broadcasting, you don't have, one of the things you can do, let's come to me for a moment. All this time we've been assuming that you would be hosting and producing your own broadcast. Doesn't have to be so all the time. What you can do and what you should do is to be a guest on other people's programs. That helps you gain confidence because you can watch and interact with people who are broadcasting with you. You get a community spirit going. You get to know the people there. You get to know the way they look on camera. You also get to know how you interact within the group on camera. Totally different dynamic to being live on your own and getting no feedback until after broadcast is finished. Do as many times as you can be a guest. Okay, because it's practice. Being a guest is practice. I mean, I'm going to be doing a broadcast later this week, which is a panel discussion. And I'm looking forward to it because the dynamic is different. Yeah, I'm not hosting. So that's one thing. I'm not producing, which is another thing. I can just sit there and be a guest. My body language will still be the same. Okay, interesting exactly what's going on and trying to get my message across, but listening to other people at the same time. Do put yourself out there. Get involved in the people's broadcasts. Learn from those broadcasts. Ask people to join you. Right, this another thing. Doing a solo broadcast is brilliant because you've got free expression. The screen is yours. The time is yours. You can say what you want within reason and you can get people involved. But if you want to do something different, invite a guest. I did a show 2 weeks ago and it was all about using video in broadcasts. And I thought, who do I invite to talk about shoppable videos? I thought, I know somebody who does shoppable videos. So I invited my partner Angelica to join me on Amazon Live, or on this show as well, and talk about shoppable videos. And it was just, the first 20 minutes was in fact a shoppable video. It's great to broadcast with other people. You can invite anybody to join you on camera. They don't get access to anything other than just bring the camera and microphone, just talk to people. Yeah. So put yourself about, get people involved, bring them on board. And if I go here and go here, keep broadcasting, just do it. The more you broadcast, the better things get. Right. It would be wonderful. It would be marvelous. We're going to talk about relaxation now, or to be more precise, if I bring it back again, relaxation technique. Now, a relaxation technique is your own. I can give you ideas. Just a minute. I've got the phone talking to me now. In fact, I've got Alexa on the phone talking to me in my headset. Right. Okay. Where were we? Somebody remind me where we are. Right. We're on OneStream, broadcasting from OneStream. This is my OneStream studio, and we're coming up the home straight on this particular broadcast, and we are talking about relaxation techniques. Now, I'm fortunate in that I'm generally relaxed. It takes a lot to wind me up these days. So when I come to camera, unless something has happened, I can just switch the camera on and go. So I sat down here at 5 to 10 this morning, ready to go. Prepared. Let's just go through the checklist. If I go here and go here, let's go there. And I'm just going to, has that worked? I'm not sure that's worked. Just a minute. All right, that's better. I knew what my introduction was going to be. I know my material. I do practice regularly. I do mind my body language. I am authentic. You're listening to and watching the real me. Preparation, as I say, I go out for a 5-mile walk, having used text AI to create my script. Technical setup, I'm confident in my microphone, my camera. Keep broadcasting. Well, I've done a lot of broadcasts. Let's leave it at that. And then relaxation technique. So after a time, you don't need one. But I do admit to this. Alexa, play Def Leppard. She's not going to obey me. Okay. I'm going to, if I just press stop, because it's playing on the headphones, I could be rocking out to Def Leppard now. Rock music, classical music, a cup of lemon tea. Anything that relaxes you before the show is a good idea. You want to get in the mood. You want to be ready to broadcast. And you do a few of your favourite things. We've all got some nerves before we go live. They're natural. Yeah. But what you can do is get yourself in the mood. And rock music's not everybody's cup of tea, but classical music or folk, anything that calms you and gets you ready or fires you up. I mean, I listen to rock music because it fires me up, gets me in the right mood, so that when I'm actually live, whilst I'm not shouting, I am forceful in my presentation. You have been watching, and let's hopefully get this on screen. I want to say a big thank you for being with me today on Gaining Confidence on Camera, broadcasting from OneStream Live, and for watching me live on the YouTube page today. I always enjoy. In fact, these broadcasts are very special. I'm honoured to be here, honoured to be part of the OneStream family. I can't say any more, but just watch this space is all I'm saying. To everybody who helped me get here, to the team that helps put this together out in the OneStream family, thank you. To all the tech support, which is phenomenal on OneStream, thank you for this. You have been watching Stephen Healy live from Wiltshire in England, and we have been talking about gaining confidence on camera. Till the next time, which will be 10 a.m. Eastern next Wednesday. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye.